To be honest, as we see more of these questions come up, like look at what you and I spoke about not too long ago, TikTok shahadas, right? And how did that happen? People just opening up the Quran and being engaged with the Quran. They're not even Muslim, but they're reading it and they're having thousands, if not millions of followers as they're going through their journey of reading the Quran. And then all of a sudden coming to our space and taking their shahada, right? What's happening with these questions that are causing them to open it? And one of the things that caused it for a plethora of them that have taken their shahada in the space or in the Bay was what's going on in Gaza and how the US morally has responded or not responded in any way, shape, or form to it, which allowed them to introspect a lot, leading them to a realization like, how are these people responding like this, and how are we responding like this?
Yeah, no, it takes something as devastating as the crisis and genocide in Gaza and America's subsequent response to reveal the moral bankruptcy of your society. When you realize the people charged with maintaining the public trust, they have nothing to offer. We're talking basic, flat, two-dimensional, trite statements about unqualified support for Israel. It's enough to make you question other things that you've been told. You know, I remember, watching a documentary. I love war documentaries. That's not a guilty pleasure of mine, just a pleasure. You know, I have no guilt about it. I think we learn a lot about our society in viewing how we respond to martial conflicts. But Vietnam, one of the most interesting, military, engagements in the history of the United States. People watching the mendacity, the lies of the federal government. This began, this created certain fissures. And now for Black Americans, it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't a revelation, that, oh my God, Richard Nixon lied. It wasn't a revelation. But for some people to watch them become aware of, the moral bankruptcy of, their government, this institution that had previously been a vaunted institution, and watching them question other things they had been told, those are light bulb moments. And for people that, our religion is, we're not in any way destructive, right? We want to be people that, are constructive, but we will not allow Islam to be domesticated, right? So for people that want to be the moral conscience of the nation, this kind of bankruptcy gives them an opportunity to talk about truth, to talk about virtue, to talk about honesty, to talk about valuing life, to talk about how America has been, complicit and sometimes the initiator of great evil in the world. And those are spiritual openings, man.
Yeah, which means places like Ta'leef and the work that we do, we got to be prepared in the right dialogue as well, in the right place, to receive those people once that light bulb moment happens, like you were saying, inshallah. Thank you all for joining us. My name is Ali Dia. Ramadan Mubarak. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.